Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
I hear a lot of stories that people keep saying that we should have allowed the white to stay. But let me again say this, I have said it several tens of years before, that I prefer government, self-government with danger to servitude in tranquility. So I sit here today, years back as I said, I want to repeat this morning that I prefer self-government with danger to servitude in tranquility. We cannot forever stay
Captain Smart
and make people
shows
decide for us anymore. It might be dangerous. The going can be very tough.
Listen to the king.
But I want to assure you that there's a destination that we are all thriving and hoping to get there. It is here and soon. It may not come easy. It will not be on a silver platter. But the attention and action and the reaction and pushing and vision and mission, coupled with our understanding to stand tall, will help us to move and achieve what we want to. The left is not for us. The right is not for us. The front is against us. The back is against us. But we are sitting right in the middle, meaning that we are the people who can occasion the thinking of the four arms around us to make sure Ghana becomes a better place. I am not an African because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born inside of me.
Say they are president.
Sitting here this morning, I face neither the east nor west. I face forward, and I want you to go with me so that we can build a Ghana that we are all looking for.
The battle has ended.
The forces that unite us are intrinsic and greater than
Ghana.
the superimposed influences that keep us apart.
Ghana.
Let's look at that particular intrinsic forces that keep us together.
Ghana.
We cannot sit down and watch our gold go.
Ghana.
We cannot sit down and watch our diamond die.
Ghana.
We cannot sit down and watch our oil poured away.
Ghana.
And we cannot sit down and watch our lithium light other people's light.
Ghana.
Action without thought is empty.
Ghana.
Thought without action is blind.
Ghana.
Never before in history has such a sweeping favor for freedom expressed itself in great mass movements which are driving down the bastions of empire. This wind of change blowing through this country, as I have said before, is no ordinary wind. It is a raging hurricane against which the old order cannot stand. The great millions of Ghana and of the whole entire world have grown impatient of being hewers of wood and drawers of water, and are rebelling against the false belief that providence created
Captain
some to be menials of others.
of morning show.
Hence, the 21st century has become the century of colonial emancipation.
He is smart.
The century of continuing revolution,
Captain Smart.
which must finally witness the total liberation of Africa and Ghana from colonial rule and imperialist exploitation.
He is smart.
All the fair words spoken about freedom
Smart. The king.
by our current politicians that had been broadcast to the four corners of the earth took seed and grew where they had not been intended.
The battle
You are
has
poor,
ended.
I am poor. You are hungry, I am hungry.
Captain Smart
No water, no road, no nothing.
of morning shows.
We cannot sit down and again watch the perpetration of crime
Ghana,
to continue.
Ghana,
The world may not understand today. You may not understand today. But with passion and emotions,
Smart.
I want to sound this to you
Morning shows.
that the face will show.
the battle has ended.
Before slavery was practiced in the New World,
Your beloved
there was
country
no special designation of Africans.
is free forever.
Travelers to this continent describe the inhabitants in their records with natural curiosity and examination to be expected of individuals coming from different environments. It was when slave trade and slavery began to develop ghastly proportions that made them the base of that capital accumulation which assisted the rise of Western industrialism. That a new attitude towards African emerged. Slavery in the Caribbean has been too narrowly identified with the man of color. But the man of color is supposed to have been our slave, rather. We sat down, we refused to think, and we allowed these people to take over our treasure. There are trees, but we still cannot find shade. There is gold, but we still cannot go. We have diamond, but we're still dying. That I cannot sit and allow it to go again. A racial twist has thereby been given to what is basically an economic phenomenon.
Ghana,
Slavery was not born
Ghana,
of racism. Rather, racism was the consequences of slavery.
Ghana, your beloved
With this
country
racial twist was invented by the myth of color inferiority.
Ghana,
We are no more
Ghana,
going to sit.
Ghana.
We are no more
Ghana.
going to lie.
Ghana.
We are not no more
Ghana.
going to stand
Ghana.
and allow and watch our
Ghana.
instinct to pose inferiority color to us.
Ghana,
This myth, supported by the subsequent rape of our continent
Ghana,
with its despolitization and continuing exploitation
Ghana.
under the advanced forms of colonialism
Ghana.
and imperialism.
Ghana. There is a new African in the world.
I have said, and let me repeat,
Ghana,
practice without thought is blind.
Ghana,
Thought without practice is empty.
Ghana,
If we are to achieve revolutionary socialism, then we must avoid any suggestion that will imply that there is any separation between socialist world and the third world. The traditional face of Africa includes an attitude
Ghana,
towards man which can only be described in its social manifestation as being socialist. Some claim to be Democrats. Some who claim to be socialists. Some are capitalists. Some are totalitarians. Some are whatever. They are all practicing
Ghana.
all forms of government. But there is no better form of government
Ghana.
where the people, when they are hungry, they get food. When they are thirsty, they have water. When they don't have roads, they get roads.
Ghana.
They have everything. The best form of government is when the people are provided with the things they are always asking and looking for.
there is a new African in the world. That new African is ready to fight his own battle.
This arises from the fact that man is regarded in Africa
Ghana,
as primarily a spiritual being, a being endowed originally with a certain inward dignity, integrity, and value.
Africa is
It stands refreshingly opposed to the Christian idea of the original sin and degradation of man. If by their fruit we shall know them, they must first grow. If nobody can see the fruit, then you don't know the people. Why can't we grow our gold? Why can't we grow our diamond? Why can't we grow our lithium? Why can't we grow our oil? Why can't we grow all the natural resources given to us by God?
Ghana.
If by their fruits we shall know them, they must first grow their fruits. We must first grow our fruits.
Follow Ghana.
Why do we have very arable lands, but we are still hungry? For this end, Africa needs a new type of citizen. A dedicated, modest, honest, and informed man. A man submerges self in service to the nation and mankind. A man who abhors greed and detests vanity. A new type of man whose humility is his strength and whose integrity is his greatness. This is what I came and I have returned to offer to this country. A man who abhors greed and detests vanity.
Ghana.
A new type
Ghana.
of a man whose humility is his strength and whose integrity is his greatness.
Ghana. Your beloved country is free for
Even the cinema stories of fabulous Hollywood are loaded.
Ghana.
One has only to listen to the cheers of an African audience as Hollywood heroes slaughter Red Indians or Asiatics to understand the effectiveness of this weapon.
Ghana.
For in the developing continents, where the colonialist heritage has left a vast majority still illiterate, even the smallest child gets the message contained in the blood and tender stories emanating from California. And along with murder and the wild West goes an incessant barrage of anti-socialist propaganda in which the trade union man, the revolutionary, or the man of dark skin is generally cast as the villain, whilst the policeman, the gun, the shoe, the federal giant, in a word, to say the CIA type spy is ever the hero.
Ghana. Your beloved country is free forever. Your beloved country. Follow Ghanaians.
We can never allow this to continue. We must, as people, rise up from the dead. Rise up from our slumber. As people, we need to rise up
Ghana.
from our laziness
Ghana. Follow
and start the journey to make Ghana a better place.
Ghana. The battle has ended.
If we are not careful,
Ghana.
we will die. What we have to do today,
Ghana.
as the people, good people of this country, is to seek ye first the political kingdom, where men of integrity, men who are not corrupt, men who will not kill, men who will not steal, and all else shall be added unto you. We must unite now or perish. I repeat, we must unite now or perish. We must unite now or perish. We must unite now or perish. Those who will judge us merely by the heights we have achieved will do well to remember the depths from which we started. One day the world will hear, the world will speak, the world will listen, the world will gather, and the world will sound it loud. that a man lived and he made Africa great. The return is here. The return is now. 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 The independence of all the regions of Ghana will continuously be meaningless unless it is linked with the total liberation of the people that live in this country, that they can access water, proper education, good health care, quality roads, that the people of this country will live a quality life once again. The return is here, and the return is now. Finally, we have awakened. We will not sleep anymore. We have awakened, and we will not sleep anymore. We have awakened, and we will not sleep anymore. It is good to sleep, because doctors will tell you sleep will give you strength, but sleep is for the weak. We have awakened. We will not sleep anymore. It is good to sleep. After a hard day's work, you have to rest. But sleep is for the weak. When you are weak, you sleep. That is why still you can find people on the surface of this earth who can stand on their feet and cook for 24 hours without sleeping. But even the consumers and the eaters will be sleeping after the food. But the person who was cooking the food was still on his feet or on his feet for 24 hours. Sleep is for the weak. We have awakened, and we will not sleep anymore. The time has come. The time has come. The time is here. That face must show. Unemployment is not inevitable, neither is it currently necessary. We don't need unemployment. The youth must rise. The youth must have jobs to do. Yes, I agree. Unemployment is not inevitable. Many countries in the world, they still have people who are still not employed. Neither unemployment is it currently necessary. We don't need that. I am not a Ghanaian because I was born in Ghana. But because Ghana was born inside of me, the return is here, and the return is now. The return is here, and the return is now. Ghana must move. Ghana must go. When we go, the others will follow.
Ghana, your beloved country.
People are great,
Forever.
and people are capable of great things when they have the belief in themselves and the will to work. Are you ready to work? People are capable of great things when they have the belief in themselves and the will to work. Are you ready to work?
The king of morning shows.
And let me say finally, that change, experience has shown that change, when it is denied or too long delayed, violence will break out here and there. Not that men planned or willed it, but the accumulated grievances will erupt with volcanic fury. We see ourselves that we are far behind.
If it continues like this, one day we will arise.
We see ourselves that we have been thrown out of joint, sent into the deep sea, unseen and unnoticed. But I am here to sound it to your hearing that in the word behind there's a B. There's a hand that can hold our hands and help us to become good people. My countrymen, we have to be serious. Countrymen and women, fellow Africans, the call is back today, and the call is on. The passion for action is on today, and we need this blazing fire to hold us together. Let's also bend corruption. Let's bend greed. Let's bend the things that is helping and energizing other factors to kill our joy. We may not be able to survive. We may not be able to answer to our maker if we continuously sit down, put our hands somewhere and expect somebody to come and do it for us. The fire for action is now. The flame for victory is on now. This is the time that we all should do. We face a challenge and a danger that the dominant capitalist class is united internationally to prevent the making of a new Ghana. We got to build a new Ghana.
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.
Whenever I say PENDREAM TV, PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.